Ski moms, ready to make the 2024-25 ski season your best one yet? Well, right now, if you buy the 25-26 Icon Pass Season Pass, you can ski at select destinations for the rest of this season, as well as all of next year. You can make memories over spring break and even more on the slopes all next season. Starting March, you can lock in the lowest prices of the season and score big on Icon Pass renewals and new sales. Whether you're carving up your favorite local mountain or exploring new terrain at iconic destinations, the Icon Pass gives you access to more than 60 resorts worldwide. Don't miss out on this incredible value. Grab your pass and start planning those amazing family adventures today. Head to iconpass.com to learn more. Welcome to Season 4 of the Ski Moms Podcast. We're your hosts, Nicole and Sarah.
We want to take a moment to remind you about the Ski Moms discount page on the skimoms.co website. We've collaborated with our favorite brands to bring you a ton of money-saving deals. For instance, we have a special link for Ski Butlers for 20% off your family's gear rentals. Ski Butlers delivers your rentals right to the living room of your condo or rental home or the lobby of your hotel, saving you hours of time. You'll never have to wait in a long rental store line at the base of the mountain again. When you use our links and codes, you not only save a bundle, you're also sending a message to the brands about the purchasing power of the Ski Moms. Head to www.theskimoms.co/discounts to take advantage of these special offers.
The Ski Moms are excited to take the demographic down a little bit lower with this podcast. We are talking with two of the members of the University of Utah Strand Collective. This is a skiing and riding community that is around to increase the presence of female skiers and riders on campus and off. So we have two members from the collective joining us, Ensi and Haley Hessinger. Ensi, why don't you tell us a little bit about your ski origin story, where you started to learn to ski or ride?
Yes, well, hi, my name's Ensi. I am from McCall, Idaho. I'm pretty sure I knew how to ski before I could walk. Both my parents are ski instructors, so I got to learn how to ski very early. Skiing's always been a place for me where I could, it's been a little place where I can always not be stressed out, and it's like my little vacation when I'm in school. It's my favorite thing to do. So I've been skiing my entire life, and I'm actually now in Salt Lake City going to University of Utah, and huge reason I am here is for the skiing. I mean, there's world-renowned skiing here, and I'm a fangirl over it. I love it so much.
What was your home mountain in Idaho growing up?
So growing up in McCall, there's 3 different ski resorts, just like right in the middle of town. I mainly skied at Brundage Mountain Resort, but around there's also the Little Ski Hill, which is like near and dear to my heart. It's a little T-bar ski resort that has night skiing and 3 runs, but I live 2 minutes away from that resort. So I mainly skied at Brundage and Little Ski Hill growing up.
You picked Utah because it did have proximity to the mountains. What are you studying there? Was there some academic reason to head there as well?
Yeah, so I am studying civil engineering at the University of Utah, and along with that, the U is, I think it's like 8th in the nation right now for engineering at a public school, and the schooling at the U is amazing. So that combined with the skiing is just it's like heaven on earth here.
I've seen the campus a little bit, but describe it for somebody who's never seen it. You know, we fly into Salt Lake City. How far away are you from the airport? And then what's the proximity to the mountains from the university?
Well, so the University of Utah is on a hill, but it's right next to the foothills is what we call it. And so there's a bunch of biking trails, hiking trails around the U. The campus itself is huge. To somebody who doesn't go to this big of a school, it seems very big. But, once you're on campus, it's not very big. But it's about a half an hour, 40-minute drive to all of the ski resorts. There's also ski buses everywhere that will take you up if you don't have a car. So the accessibility to go skiing is just, it's not hard to get up to the mountain ever. On a powder day, however, it is a nice little wait in the lines to get up the canyons. But that is because they do so much avalanche mitigation up there. So it's all in good good spirits when you have to wait in line to go up skiing. But the campus itself is beautiful. It's at the very top of Salt Lake City, so it's like a 20-minute drive from the Salt Lake City airport. In the summer and the spring, there's flowers everywhere on campus. It's so pretty. And when you get up to the upper parts of campus, you can actually see all of Salt Lake City, which is so cool.
So tell us a little bit more about these buses for is it just for students to get out skiing or for anyone that lives in the area?
So it's Utah Transportation Authority, I think it stands for, the UTA buses. All students that go to the University of Utah can actually ride these buses for free with their like student ID card. It's how everyone gets to school in the morning. And on top of that, you can ride them to the ski buses. So these ski buses actually leave from campus. Some of them have different pickup locations, but there is one that leaves directly from campus to the ski hills. And if you miss that bus, there's more buses taking you to other ski bus pickup spots. So there's never like you're never left without having to worry about like what bus to get on, but it's free for everybody. And they do get a little packed, but it's so worth it. And on top of that, all these buses, they go all the way up to the ski hill. So you can also take them down at the end of the day, which it's easy, hands off, don't have to worry about driving ever, which is really, really great.
So transportation is free. What about passes? Do most kids get a college pass, either Icon College Pass or Epic College Pass? How do you all make that more affordable?
So there are 4 main ski resorts in the Salt Lake City area. There's Brighton, Snowbird, Solitude, and Alta. Those are all on the Icon Pass. So I do see a lot of people getting an Icon Pass normally. They'll get an Icon Full. And to make it cheaper, a lot of our school itself offers a discount with the Icon Pass. But so do many of the clubs on campus. There's another club called One Love Club, and they do Icon discount passes, and that's mainly why they have such a large club, is because so many people join it to get this discount. But then on top of that, all of the ski resorts around here offer college student discount. It's like a cheaper pass when you're like 18 to 22. For how much people love to ski here, they will spend whatever it takes to get a pass. But it does help because it is a little more affordable that way.
Yeah, I think it makes a great gift as we're thinking about what to give college-age students. A ski pass is a phenomenal gift to give. We want to talk about your club, which is called the Strand Collective. So we want to know the history of the Strand Collective.
I'll talk a little bit about the origin first. Haley Hessinger reached out to me. I want to say, well, we're both running for some officer positions in about March of last year for the One Love Ski Club. And we both ended up not getting those positions. But I was talking to her one day, and we both kind of had the same goals that we wanted to do if we were to get the positions. And it was to make a more welcoming community for girls. And so Haley actually ended up reaching out, and she was like, what if we start a ski club? Like, let's start an all-girls ski club. Hear me out on it. And I work as a river guide in the summer. So of course I was MIA all summer long, but I was like, okay, yeah, sounds great. Why not? Let's just do it. Like, what could go wrong? And it's turned out to be this amazing club that's like had a huge support for so many girls right now. But the name, the Strand Collective, there is when girls ski to show that they are a girl, sometimes they'll have their strands out.
And I still haven't mastered. Sarah, do you know how to do you make yours the right way?
No, but I actually saw in my Instagram feed, there was a woman, maybe she was, a young woman with clip-in strands, and then she would put her helmet on. So we might have to invest in some of those. We just got to match our hair color and just 2 barrettes. And then, I actually saw that. I guess that's a thing. You can just clip them in.
And I think the mistake a lot of people make, from my understanding, is they pull the strands from too high. You have to pull them from a little bit lower. And I think, do you pull your strands before you make the ponytail or after?
I do it. What do? I do it before, and then I hold them in my mouth, and I make my ponytail, and then I'll like put on my like balaclava and my helmet, and then I'll pull them out of my mouth. But it is a very big ritual for me before I ski.
And then you have a very fun logo. It's pink and black, and I like that you're kind of badass and girly at the same time. Is that a vibe you're going for?
That is exactly the vibe we're going for. it's definitely the badass, like girly vibe. We're trying to encourage like any kind of just like coolness on the hill. It's never like a girly feeling. It's more of a like, we're gonna make our own presence on this hill. We actually just got a new logo too, which is even cooler. I'll have to send it to you. It's like this black S with a bunch of skiers on it, and it is so cool. So I think we're in the moment of rebranding with that, but it is the coolest
Do you have to go register with the University of Utah?
logo.
How do you get the word out?
To register as a like registered student organization on the campus, you have to create a constitution for your club, and then you have to have like 3 official leaders. So it was me and Haley, and then Haley brought on another friend of hers. Her name is Christiana Wansley. And so we are the 3 dedicated like founders and officers of this club officially at the school. And it's actually, the registration itself is not hard whatsoever. The U makes it incredibly easy to register any kind of club on campus. So we got our club registered. We made an Instagram. We have a website. I started reaching out to like different brands to hopefully get a little bit of sponsorship to like get people to be like, oh my gosh, okay, so they have this deal. If I'm in this club, I can get this deal. So we've successfully gotten a lot of little deals out of that. But then a huge factor for how big our club is now is we started out going to all of the sorority houses during their chapter meetings, and we presented just for like 5 minutes and said, hey, this is us. We'd love to have you on board with us. And I think it was maybe 15 minutes total of presenting, and we already had 300 people in our group chat. So the overwhelming response just to how excited everyone was for this was so like a serotonin boost. It was so much fun. But since then, we've been posting a lot on Instagram, and it's helped that all of the board for the Strand has a good, like everyone has a decent amount of followers. So it has helped grow our club a lot, because every time every time like one of us will repost something, we get like 4 or 5 more followers. So
And for those that are members, what does that mean? What kind of events are you all doing? Or, what's the offering?
yeah, so we're doing just a wide variety of events, all sort of events. But this winter, a huge couple events. But so we're doing rail clinics. We're going to do like some ski tailgates. We are going to do some like learn to ski days. So, if there's girls out there that aren't familiar with the sport and are scared to do it, we're going to have some girls come out and like make sure they feel welcomed and have a good first experience with skiing so they can keep going on with it. And then on top of that, we've hosted wax nights. We do hikes. There's ski movies all over in Salt Lake. So we've been going to different ski movies. And then hopefully we have a couple bigger events hopefully happening. We are trying to take a trip out to Steamboat as a club for their winter carnival. And Haley and I have talked about participating in their ski journing and going skiing out there, because that's where the Icon Pass goes. So everyone would be able to go out there. And then we're also hoping to host our own couple ski movies. We have a few ski movies that have been like, yeah, we'd love to come and show with your club. So that's been pretty exciting for us.
And I know you said there's a number of mountains in the area. Do you have a home mountain for the club that you would mostly meet at?
So we're planning to do different ski days at different mountains just so we can accommodate everybody's different passes. But the Icon Pass, it's unlimited days at Solitude. So Solitude will mainly be where we are meeting, because no one has to we call it wasting a day. No one has to waste a day on it, even though it probably wouldn't be wasting a day if you went somewhere else. But we plan to host different ski days at all the ski resorts.
Of all the ones that you named, Solitude and Brighton really have that sort of young, fun vibe. I mean, Alta's great in snowboard also, but Brighton is super fun. I think they have amazing terrain parks there too. So for your learn to take on the terrain parks and the rails, I think that would be a great match. Haley, we'd love to hear your origin story of where you started to ski and learn and how you fell in love with the sport.
So my dad started me in ski racing when I was about 6 years old. He ski raced his whole entire life. I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, So I skied out of like the Hidden Valley, Seven Springs area, if you know where that is at all. And then I always kind of knew that I was going to go to a ski academy because all my aunts and uncles did. So my freshman year of high school, I went to a school called Gould Academy, and I spent 3 years there. It was like a prep school with a side of skiing. And then my senior year, I transferred to Carabasset Valley Academy out of Sugarloaf, and I spent 2 years there. So a senior year and a post-grad year. And yeah, I think most of my love for the sport came from like my dad, and like it was the time that my dad like worked a lot when I was a kid. So it was the time that he like actually like wasn't on like the phone or like talking to people at work. Like it was like the time that he spent with me. And I think it slowly turned into like my own love for the sport too, as like I just enjoyed spending time with him.
And when you were looking at colleges, did you really narrow it down to only places where you could easily get out to some really good skiing?
Oh yeah. No, it was not even like there was no college that didn't have a mountain like from the view of your window from the dorm room was even in the question.
I think that was a very wise decision because part of being a responsible adult is getting plenty of fresh air and making time for exercise and your mental health as well. So you guys both started early days with that, picking a school that was going to afford you to do the academics you wanted to do, but also something that you loved. So we got a little bit of the feel of the university from NC. Give us your take of what is the vibe at the University of Utah? What kind of students could we expect to meet there?
I think there's pretty much everyone here, which I kind of wasn't really expecting when I came here. I was expecting a lot of ski bums. But since it is your like typical state school, there is a lot of different kinds of kids there. I also wasn't kind of expecting the amount of like California kids that are here, which I actually think is really cool because that's the side of the country that I've like never really experienced. I've had a lot of East Coast experiences, but not a lot of West Coasts. I don't know. I like the school and the classes, and it's just a big state school in my brain with a side of skiing. Like you can always find a ski bum in your class, which I love.
Believe that Utah, the University of Utah is a dry campus. You could tell me if I'm wrong on that. And then is it very club based? Are sororities a big part of campus? What does the social life revolve around?
That's actually a really good question. I think the U is kind of unique in that way. I mean, I'm in Greek life, I'm a sorority, but it's only like 8% of like the population, or they like to remind us that we're not that big. I think everyone kind of has their own niche, if that makes sense. Like everyone has their group and their thing, and it's like if you're in it, then it's your world, and if you're not, like you have your own little bubble outside of it, which I think is kind of cool.
And we were talking about, you just calling up NC over the summer and saying, let's start this club. And we love that. That's what Nicole said to me when we started doing all of this. And it sounds like you guys have learned a lot. But I had a question about if I was a student that has never skied and I'm finding this, I'm interested, but it's a little intimidating. How could the Strand Collective help like a girl trying to get out on the hill for the first time?
That is actually like what inspired me the most to start this club, is because I had a lot of friends from like one of my really good friends is from Scottsdale, and she would talk to me all the time about skiing. But she was like super intimidated to go to like all the One Love stuff and like all the other all the other things around campus, because kids here are good at skiing. So I would like want to get our foot in the door, if that makes sense, and kind of like build a community. But my biggest goal for this is to have like a almost like buddy system nights, where you like bring your friend who like wants to like get better at skiing, and you spend the whole day like skiing with them, like the whole night, like Brighton night skiing. I think it would be fun to do it like Wednesday nights or something, and just have it so that it's like an all girls thing, so they feel really comfortable and not intimidated, and then they're also with their friend, and then they can meet new girls who maybe ski at the same level as them through like the other friends that people bring, and then it will like overall build like an overarching community of like people on different levels, if that makes sense.
Having that ski buddy to guide you through what base layers really are, that you do not wear cotton socks when you go skiing, what a balaclava is, why a necky can be your best friend. It's so important. And there's so much lingo, not just in the what we're wearing, but what happens on the mountain. What's a magic carpet? What's the difference between a magic carpet and a lift? So I think that is really important to make it comfortable to ask all of the questions without feeling embarrassed. Was that part of your mission with this?
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it was just like, for me, it felt like the universe, like the campus, like ski culture was kind of like bro-y, if that makes sense. I mean, I love skiing with my guy friends and they're like some of my favorite people, but I just like, I was missing that like team aspect that I got with ski racing and that almost like comfortality. Like I didn't like it wasn't ever like when I would ski with my like race team friends, it wasn't ever like, oh, like who can keep up, you know what I mean? Like we were just there having fun and like almost that like comfort level of like you like get each other. So like kind of building like that space so like things like that can't happen, like those questions, like it's not like embarrassing at all to like be at your level and like who you are and all the things like that. So I don't know if that answers your question, but
Yeah, definitely. So what about for a student that doesn't have any equipment? Are there ski swaps on campus or is it pretty easy to rent? Is it affordable to rent at some of the mountains?
yeah, so the campus like rec center actually has like a whole outdoor place where you can like rent stuff. But I know they have boots and bindings and skis and all that. And it's actually really affordable. Like I will rent camping stuff out of there in the fall and the spring to go camping and it's like a couple bucks to rent for the day and you just have to return it. So yeah, it's a pretty cool, like it's this whole like you like walk in, it's like an outfitter's cabin. It's kind of awesome.
Where do you guys store your ski stuff? So are they in your dorms? Are you living on campus? Are there skis just leaning against these tiny rooms? Where do you make space for it all?
We're both living off campus right now, but so mine's in my like little ski closet that my dad built me here. But last year I would just lean it against the like right by the door. Yeah, me and my roommate had like a whole like ski wall. So
Spring is here and it's time to swap ski boots for hiking boots. Ulster County in the Catskills is the perfect spot for your spring adventure. Think waterfalls, wildflowers, and wide open spaces to recharge. Hike to breathtaking waterfalls at Minnewaska State Park, then unwind at Wildflower Farms, an auberge resort with farm-to-table dining and serene meadows. Make it a family trip with Rocking Horse Ranch, TripAdvisor's #1 all-inclusive family resort. Or try Auto Camp, Catskills' unique nature experience. For outdoor thrills, pedal along the Esopus Creek with Rail Explorers or cast a line with Catskill Outfitters. And don't miss the stunning tulip festivals at Kelder's Farm and Mohonk Mountain House. Spring into your next adventure. Plan your trip at visitulstercountyny.com. I need to see the ski closet. That is a special kind of ski dad love that he built you a ski closet. You got to shoot me a picture of that later. Sometimes dads have trouble showing, how much you mean to them, and that is manifesting his love. That's so cute.
no, he every time he calls me, he's like, "Is my ski closet working? Is my ski closet working? Like, have you showed your friends my ski closet?" I'm like, okay.
That sounds very relatable with the two ski dads that we have in our lives. So we were talking a little bit with Ensi about the new logo. Are you guys the logo designers? Because nobody likes making a ski sticker more than I do.
No, that's our friend Chris. She's so cool. She's like an architecture major. She's so talented. She's making up like all our merch and our stickers. And she's also like the snowboard person of our club because I think it is really hard to be a girl snowboarder because it's even worse than being a girl skier because there's so little of them. So she's like does that side of everything, which is really cool.
Well, I was recently at a ski industry event and they were talking about the growth and contraction of different areas of snow sports. The big area of growth was in snowboarding males under 30. So, ladies, we have some work to do to grow the numbers. And I think clubs like yours are really important. If there is a mom or a girl listening who's at another college, what would you tell her about starting something like this at their school?
I would say just do it. Like you just have to do it. I think that's what you have to do with everything is like you just have to get in there and start doing it and like you'll get rewarded as the progress like comes along. Yeah, it's been so awesome. It's been so cool actually, like seeing everyone get so excited about it. And like I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna try this thing and see how it goes. And if no one shows up, like that's fine. Like no one will even know about it. And then so many people are so excited about it. And it made me realize like how much like not only I thought I needed it, but like how much everyone else thought that like it was needed too on campus, which was kind of cool.
So we connected with you all because one of the girls that our daughters raced with when they were tiny, back to what you were saying, hey, like back when they were 6 and 7, they've stayed in touch with. And of course, I follow her on Instagram and see what she's up to at the U, and it looks amazing. And then she proudly said that she was a member of the Strand Collective. And I saw the logo and I was like, oh, I got to find out more about this. Maybe there's stickers I can buy. And then I found you guys, which is how this all happened. But that's the power of girls sharing positive messaging. I mean, social media for good is really something we're here for.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like creating our social media has probably been my favorite part because it's just like so fun to like have an album of like all girls like skiing in it. I don't know. It's really fun and exciting.
I do think that social media can be really helpful for those new members as well. I do think that the imagery is really inviting, and I think that's really important. I would also say anything you can do to break down vocabulary and also make it okay to fall. I think that, going for a new skill, maybe it's something in the train park, or maybe it's just trying to do something steeper or trying to play in the trees a little bit, but also really normalizing that falling is learning and that especially in Utah, it doesn't hurt very much because the snow is very forgiving. Haley, you know what it's like to fall on East Coast ice. That is not as much fun as Utah powder.
No, it's not.
And really making it, you're in your late teens and 20s, learning a new skill, like your brain is so primed to do it. And we want to encourage anybody who's in college to take those ski trips that often come up at discount prices and join something like one of these clubs. And if you can find a girls only club that's supportive, even a better reason for you to give it a whirl.
Yeah, I think that like building almost like an aesthetic on Instagram is really encouraging to a lot of girls. I mean, that's why I feel like I joined Greek life because I liked how fun it looked. And it's been like one of the most rewarding things that I've done in college is like been part of my sorority. But I think just like almost making it like look fun online like gets girls like want to go out and actually do it. And they're like, oh, like I can take a cute Instagram picture while they're doing it, but they're still out there doing it. It's like about building that like excitement too.
So in terms of building up your club, you went in person to some of the sororities and gave them a little pitch. Is social media really the way you're reaching your most new members, or how is it? How are you guys like? What are your different channels for recruiting and awareness?
I would definitely say social media is our main one right now. The sorority, like going to each sorority, like brought us a lot of traction actually, which was really exciting to see because I love the Greek community here. But I would say definitely like Instagram, like trying to post our events on there, reposting them.
I've had people come up to me and be like, talk about like they're like, yeah, I just need a new friend to like I need some girls to ski with, and I'm like, well, join my club, come join the club. I think I think what's coming ahead of us is going to be a huge season of like, I need a community. I'm like, okay, come join our club, like come ski with us one day. But as of right now, Instagram is a huge outreach for us.
Probably when you're all out on the mountain as this big group of young women, people are going to notice and say, what is this? How can I want to go ski with those girls too. So I'm sure just like the events and the presence itself in real life will also gain awareness.
What do you envision for these tailgate parties? Let's talk about those because that sounds like a lot of fun.
A bunch of cars and a grill and some hot dogs and some music and some
really good music.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be a Strand Collective Spotify playlist that the older ski moms can tap into so we can get some new music. I think that's what I need in my life. Okay, so we're on the après topic, and let's assume that everybody is over 21. We will suspend disbelief. So what does après look like for you guys? Is there a favorite beverage, or maybe because maybe it's not cool. Maybe you want to not have anything with alcohol in it. What does après-ski look like for you guys?
I didn't really ski a lot last year because I got knee surgery. So the après scene, I get really uncomfortable skiing intoxicated too because of my knee. So for me, it's a little different than most people, I think. But I would say like Frank's is the biggest like après day and like an Alta bomb. So it's like, isn't it like coffee and
It's a shot of espresso with a whole like solo cup full of PBR. That is my favorite après little sweet treat after
like,
skiing. It's like a sake bomb, so you drink half your
yeah.
PBR and then smash the espresso shot into it, and it's like the worst thing you've ever tasted, but you get buzzes on like 4 different levels.
Okay, because you're getting the caffeine.
And on Frank's Day, there's a guy that goes around. So like,
Wait, what is
usual
Frank's
Alta bomb-
Day?
So Frank's is closing day of Alta, and everyone like gets into the parking lot at like 6 a.m. and starts partying, and you're wearing these like crazy outfits. I mean, last year I had on a pink wig underneath my helmet, some fun sunglasses, and then I was also wearing like jorts, which are like really long jean shorts. And I had like this really funny vest on too, and I ended up like skiing in like my bathing suit, this vest, and my pink wig. But it's like this huge, huge party. And everyone goes up and skis, and just like I don't think I've ever been to a bigger party because it's like the entire parking lot. You can just walk around and people are handing you free drinks all day and free hot dogs. And there's this guy that goes around with an espresso machine and makes you Alta bombs. Because like a normal Alta bomb's at like $16. But this guy just goes around and hands you free ones all day long. And it's so funny.
Sarah and I just were finishing the touches on our Ski Moms cocktail book, and we did not know about the Alta bomb. So now in our next version of it, we're going to have to add this.
No, you do. It's actually like a very unique experience.
Is this like April?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
you're
like-
still at school. It's like perfect timing right before finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can unwind a little bit, take a
And
break
it's
from
warm
studying.
too. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
warm during the day
hot
too,
out.
which is kind of nice.
Last year I wore like my dad's like he has this like furry spider coat that looks like a gorilla costume, and I wore that and I was sweating like all day long. It was so hot out, but it was so much fun.
Sarah, I may have gained more knowledge in this podcast than the previous 3 seasons. I don't know how much of it is going to be useful in my life, but it's been very entertaining. We are so grateful for the time that you've given us, both Haley and Ensi. Anything before we let you go? Anything else that you want to add to just increase the stoke and encourage girls to get out there?
I'd say just come with us, come hang out. It'll just be a hangout.
Yeah.
Just here to have a good time and get to know you, I guess.
I want to say don't be afraid to try, because I mean, even with like us in this club, it just takes that first little leap, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, with everything in your life too, like just do it. Take up space.
Hey, Ski Moms, we hope you enjoyed today's episode and got some great tips for your next family ski adventure. If you had as much fun listening as we did making this episode, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest episodes. And don't forget to rate and review us. Your feedback helps us bring you more of the content you love and helps other Ski Moms find our podcast. Plus, we love hearing from you. So whether you're on the slopes or just dreaming of your next snowy getaway, stay connected with us. Follow us on social media, share your favorite episodes with your friends, and let's keep this awesome community growing.
Hey, Ski Moms. Spring break is just around the corner. Are you dreaming of sunny beach days or snowy mountain adventures? Whether you're craving sand or snow, we've got you covered. That's why we're teaming up with Vrbo to help you find the perfect family-friendly getaway. Vrbo makes vacation planning easy with private rentals designed for families and friends, offering everything from oceanfront escapes to slope-side chalets. Here's why we love Vrbo. There's space to spread out. Ski and beach trips come with a lot of gear, and Vrbo offers spacious homes so everyone can relax comfortably. The perfect location, from stunning beachfront properties to ski in, ski out mountain retreats. And privacy. There's no shared spaces or awkward host encounters. And top-notch amenities. Think gourmet kitchens, game rooms, hot tubs, and fire pits. And peace of mind. Vrbo's Book with Confidence guarantee includes 24/7 support and rebooking assistance if plans change. Spring break will be here before you know it. Start planning now. Download the Vrbo app or visit vrbo.com to find the perfect home for your trip. And be sure to follow us. We'll be sharing some of our favorite ski properties to inspire your next getaway. Let's make this spring break unforgettable.